men as well. You know, it's interesting that you touched on that last game, the defeat at Newcastle. Of course, Michael Carrick's first. There was something about that game. They were against 10 men as well. You know, Manchester United, given the run they've been on, should have gone on to win that. And we've got one of the best seats in the country in terms of the press box at St James's Park. And Michael Carrick is just down in front of us now. I think he's a nice man. I think he's a good man. He's come in and he's done a very good job. But I watched Carrick on the touchline that night, and there just wasn't the energy, there wasn't the aggression. I think a Manchester United manager has to be a little bit more demonstrative, has to have more charisma about them. Now, Michael Carrick, if he does get them into the Champions League, and I think they will do, it's almost become a minimum requirement now. If they don't, they would have thrown it away. And there's a school of thought, if he does that, well, he deserves the chance to take them into the Champions League next year. I don't think that's the case. I think it gives them the opportunity to be in the conversation to take the job. But it's okay if Michael Carrick, if the football operation at Manchester United looks at it and says, do you know what, we got this one right. We actually got it right. We brought in a guy with a little bit of cachet as a club legend. You know, I touched on it there. He's a good man. He's a nice man. He's gently pointed a good group of players, a talented squad in the right direction. But that's a very different remit. That's a 4 or 5 month remit. That's different from a 4 or 5 year 2028 vision remit. For me, my suspicion is that Michael Carrick isn't the manager for that. And at the end of this season, they should say to him, well done, thank you. Does that mean a role elsewhere? I don't know. But my suspicion is they just need a manager with a bit more charisma, a bit more oomph about them. Thomas Tuchel would have been perfect for me. I've really grown to like Tuchel in the time exposed to him as England manager. Now, if none of that carousel, you know, that top caliber manager are available, then yes, Carrick isn't a bad choice. I think he's a good choice. I just don't think he's the best what they should be aiming for.
To a subject that's been hot this weekend, grappling inside the penalty area, Michael. Has it gone too far, and do you think anything can be done about it? What can be done?
I think it's gone too far, yeah. I think it wasn't long ago where, you know, we were kind of told that you couldn't really lay a hand on anybody in the box, and it was going to be stamped kind of out and clamped down on. And it's crept in, it's gone stronger. I think obviously the success of set pieces, corners in particular, probably in terms of being able to put so many bodies close together, has made more teams do it because the success rate is so high, you know. So it's understandable why there's so many teams trying it and doing it. But yeah, in terms of as a game, and it doesn't feel that we've kind of got that balance right. So I don't know what is to do about it. It's not for me to decide that really, but you know, in the meantime, you got to deal with what's in front of you, and if it's allowed, then you got to play to it.